Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mustafa Halim. Today, me with Pak Bani Pamungkas will be presenting research on integrating gender equality, disability, and social inclusion, or GETSI, into public transportation systems, focusing on Transjakarta BRT. This study explores the regulatory frameworks to build a more inclusive urban mobility system. To guide today's presentation, we will start with the introduction. Then we'll dive into the research question and methodology. Following that, we'll explore the results and discussion covering three main areas as in the presentation. Finally, we'll conclude with key takeaways and recommendations for future improvements in inclusive urban mobility. To begin, we take a statement from Compact. This statement highlights a significant challenge in translating policy into practice and sets the stage for exploring the need for stronger regulatory frameworks to ensure gender equality and social inclusion in urban mobility. The principles of GETSI are essential to creating equitable and socially just urban space. Inclusive urbanism emphasizes accessible transit, affordable housing, safe public space, and employment opportunities. The theoretical foundation and critics of urban inequality, challenging traditional development models that prioritize economic growth over social needs. However, challenge persists, particularly in the global south, especially in Indonesia. Furtherly, let's frame our discussion around the critical importance of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. Globally, inclusive cities aim to address the challenge of diversity and equity by fostering equitable access to essential service. This aligns with the principles of innovation and well-being for all. Here in Indonesia, the integration of GETSI into urban infrastructure holds immense potential. Public transportation systems such as Transjakarta serve as crucial tools to connect marginalized groups with opportunities. However, significant challenges remain, such as weak regulatory frameworks, limited awareness, and the absence of clear guidelines. Through this presentation, we will explore how Transjakarta exemplifies the potential and challenges of embedding GETSI principles in urban mobility. This case provides a lens for understanding broader regulatory and practical gaps in achieving equitable urban infrastructure. The research questions in this study encompass four key areas, broadly focusing on identifying specific shortcomings, examining alignment, evaluating effectiveness, and proposing actionable recommendations. These questions are directly tied to the study's objectives, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of regulatory and practical aspects of GETSI implementation. To address this question, the study adopts a robust qualitative approach to bridge the gap between existing policies and the realities of GETSI integration in urban transport system. The data collection involves both a primary and secondary source. Next step is data analysis, where thematic coding helps identify recurring challenges and patterns in GETSI implementation. Lastly, the research design ensures an in-depth exploration of Transjakarta as the case study, aligning the insights with broader regulatory and implementation frameworks. The barriers to GETSI implementation are multifaceted. Physical barriers arise from the limited adoption of universal design principles, resulting in inadequate accessibility features. Social and cultural barriers are driven by economic disparities and the unequal opportunities faced by marginalized groups. Safety barriers stem from insufficient surveillance and the lack of safety-oriented infrastructure. Institutional barriers include low awareness, limited data, and insufficient funding dedicated to GETSI-specific initiatives. Looking globally, there are several successful BRT systems, example that offer valuable lessons, such as Bogota, Istanbul, Curitiba, and Janmark in India. For Transjakarta, several opportunities exist for improvement. Adopting universal design principles can enhance accessibility for all passengers, while engaging communities can foster more inclusive urban mobility. By addressing these barriers and drawing inspiration from successful global practice, Transjakarta can evolve into a more inclusive and equitable urban transport network. A robust regulatory framework is vital for embedding GETSI principles in Jakarta's public transport system, ensuring accessibility for vulnerable groups like persons with disabilities, the elderly, and children. This figure describe our proposal regarding regulatory framework for GETSI in urban infrastructure. Universal design principle must be consistently applied across all facilities with comprehensive regulations supporting accessibility in planning and implementation. Collaboration among government agencies, providers, and advocacy group is critical with disability advocates playing a key role in ensuring inclusive design. Effective enforcement mechanisms, such as regular audits, penalties, and incentives, will ensure compliance and continuous improvement. Lastly, public education campaigns can promote awareness, both fostering an inclusive culture and empowering citizens to access equitable transport services. This section examines the regulatory framework and strategies driving GETSI integration in the Transjakarta system. Indonesia inclusive mobility framework is supported by international commitment such as CEDAW and CRPD and key national laws that provide a foundation for accessible public transport development. Transjakarta has embraced universal design principle with also upgrading infrastructure like Transjakarta Cares and accessible bus. While initiatives like women-only bus and harassment prevention SOPs address safety concern. Collaboration with ITDP Indonesia leading initiatives like Women the City and Kota Untuk Semua is important to improve accessibility and safety. These efforts have resulted in finding standards on governor's degree and safety SOP. However, challenges remain, including resource limitation, coordination gaps, and inconsistent enforcement. Additional investment in gender-sensitive and disability-focused measures are also crucial to achieving a fully inclusive transport system. This is the compilation image of the Transjakarta's accessibility facilities like audio and visual information system, braille information on handrails, and so on. In conclusion, this study identifies significant barriers to GETSI implementation in public transport, particularly in Jakarta BRT system. Regulatory gaps, weak enforcement, and a lack of clear enforceable standards limit effective service to vulnerable groups. The absence of detailed guidelines further hampers inclusivity efforts. This research highlights the need for robust regulatory frameworks that extend beyond design and participation, offering insights relevant to Indonesia and other cities in the global south. Enforcing accessibility standards, improving stakeholder collaboration, and strengthening enforcement mechanism are critical steps toward inclusivity. Key recommendations include institutionalizing GETSI principles with clear standards, fostering coordination among stakeholders, and introducing incentives to encourage compliance. Capacity building and public education initiatives are also vital for sustained progress. These three findings are important to create a comprehensive and enforceable regulatory frameworks. Rethinking inclusive urbanism through GETSI integration shift the focus from merely physical design and community participation to the importance of robust regulatory and governance frameworks. By using GETSI as a lens, this approach bridges gaps in urban mobility policies and addresses systemic inequalities, aligning with the principles of the right to the city and critics of urban inequality. This perspective contribute to urban theory and practice by proposing a transferable framework that integrates inclusivity into governance and infrastructure design. It underscores that the transformative potential of policy intervention, offering a model that can inspire cities worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. We look forward to any questions or discussion that may arise.